For a great adventure this morning. We will start our show with this beautiful elephant bull. We came in an area there was impala lambing, hoping that it will be something that come out. Unfortunately, it looked like the impala are heading more to the south. Anything that might be making them lambing in the area, it could be north of impala place. We're going to follow up on that and would really update you as time goes on. And it is live here at Pride. And of course, while we're live, we are looking forward for anyone that really watching this early this morning, knowing that it's live in the interact experience. If you're watching us on our app, and you can watch us on our app, and if you are watching us on the website, you can also register to answer, to ask questions or anything that you would like to chat about. It's lovely to have your interaction out here out here at Pradland in the morning safari. It's great to see. Look at this boy here. He's lonely at the moment. He's moving around, hoping to come across with the females. Slowly but sure, he knows that where there might be female at the moment. It's in the nature of an elephant to roam around without any company of females, and if they can, you'll come across with the females and able to check. The most important thing, that the elephants, especially males, they are moving around in the opportunity of come across with the female that are in mass in order to mate. It's an unbelievable animal. They can cover up to 40 to 60 kilometer when they roam around. But it's been in a record that these guys, they can walk in between from 80 to 100 kilometer a day if it's necessary. Most of time when they are in the area where there's no water, they can migrate very easily. So much and able to get where it might be water into a certain stage. There is some of the buffalo that I can tell, like the one that is walking here. The horns is not going to grow anymore. You die like that, and that is the end of. While they're still young, the years they can add up the horns and grow bigger. This buffalo starting to move. It look like an energy from the sun. Look like they're rechargeable. They're able to recharge from the sun and they get up and they move. As sun creaking up, there's a buffalo moving. We'll work the area in the surrounding and check if we can able to find lions. Because I believe that there might be at night a lion that gets into the area. Maybe we might be lucky coming back to the buffalo if there's any tracks of lion coming in. Because we saw only one tracks that comes this side. The rest of the pride headed straight towards the north. So how fairly these guys can be so much separated? Tell me, yes, not easy. Tell me, very difficult. We were driving off into the thicket, and we were just like thinking where this line might be moving to. Remember, you need to track an animal and understand the behavior of that particular species. It works quite a lot because if you understand how leopards behave and how lions behave, the behavior of a leopard and the lions are very similar because they're moving in an area almost where it's the same. They don't want to see. They need to hunt in the area of that get spotted by other species.
Beautiful. Look at these little spurfowls. They are busy, but they're cold. They're waiting for that warm sun, and it's on its way. I can see it in my mirror at the back here. It hasn't started to rise just yet, but the top of it is about to peak. Lots of different things happening around here. I mentioned earlier that we heard one of the mahiwas. He's actually quite close by. So in a minute or two, we'll definitely go and look around for him. Then we heard it sounded like a male leopard in the very far distance to the east. So definitely out of our range. And then baboons barking. Yahoo! And then let's not forget the jackals that are also calling nearby. So yeah, it seems like lots of bush music happening this morning. These Swainson Spurfowls, shame, they are frozen this morning. Lyndon, you're from the UK. That's so nice to hear from you. You're in summer at the moment, not so? Well, it seems like your cold weathers are out here, but I must say, it's starting to warm up quite nicely here in South Africa as a whole, I think. I know the Eastern Cape is slowly starting to pick up in temperature. This morning, it is going to be fresh every morning that we head out, but I think today it's going to be a nice warm one, we hope. Busy birds. So you often see with the Spurfowls and Franklins that they use their legs. They kick their legs on the ground sometimes just to surface what might just be beneath, slightly beneath. Now, these Spurfowls have got incredibly sharp spurs. And I'm not sure if you've ever seen chickens fight. It's not a very nice thing to see. I have seen it in a farm before. Wow, they rip each other apart. And the same goes with the Spurfowls. As soon as they want to fight, that pectinate claw, a very sharp, long, well-formed one, comes out like a little flick knife. And they box each other with the feet. And those spurs, acting like knives, just rip each other up. It's crazy. Here we have the seed. So it's very interesting with elephants that, you know, they eat a lot of vegetation, and part of the vegetation that they're going to eat is seed content. Now, when they're actually eating the seed content and goes through their digestive system, it's brilliant. Their digestive system for breaking seed cases open. Just cracks it, or it opens it up and allows the seeds to come out. So you can imagine for any of the trees that are out here that do have seeds, if we take these seeds and we just, in the pods, just drop them on the floor, what are the chances of those seeds getting out those pods and actually germinating? And this is where elephants come in that are very handy for that. So they eat, the food goes in, the seeds separate, or the seed cases separate from the seeds, and the seeds get left open. Now, what happens is, because the elephant's dung or elephant's digestive system, they don't digest a lot of what they're eating. So they'll take in some of the food content, and then only a percentage of it is passed out. And we can see that they've got a very weak digestive system. I mean, there's a seed that looks like I've just picked it from the bush. And again, the stick that looks like I've just picked from the bush. That means that there's still going to be a lot of minerals inside this dung. So for any seeds that are already inside here, and they've separated from the seed wall or the seed case, now they have their own little bowl of compost, so to speak. So there's lots of moisture and minerals in here. The seed is separated from the seed case. The seed can then germinate. Inside the dung, it germinates. And then you have a little plant that starts to grow out here. And it's doing very well in the inside. And then just out the bottom here, at the bottom of my table, pops out the root. You see. So by that stage, the plant is already going to be so big. You see. So it's well on its way to germinating and surviving. Beautiful leadwood trees. Well, I must say, it's been quite a journey this morning. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment of being with you all. And I know that Mr. Mpho also had a good time. And yeah, so we will be out this afternoon. Hopefully, Juma will be out and about as well for the sunset safari. We will definitely see you all later on this afternoon. Hope everybody has a great day. And yeah, enjoy the rest of it. We'll see you a bit later. Cheerio, everyone.